Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Harry Wolf in the world of coding and the life of a TypeScript engineer. That's right, we're still in the land of TypeScript, but this might be the last episode. It feels like a good run that we had, and I'm glad we did it, but you know, it's time to leave this type-safe land that makes me so calm at night, knowing that all my JavaScript is securely typed, and going back into the wild wilderness that is JavaScript. Not yet, this is still the last installation of my TypeScript series, and today is the culmination of all that we've learned in the past couple of videos. This is TypeScript with React. Or maybe it's React with TypeScript, I think is probably the better way of putting that. In this video, I'm going to give you a brief introduction on how you can write your React code with them TypeScripts. So we're going to talk about classes, functions, and all those fun things in between. So without any further ado, let's start to code. So what I'm going to use today to get my React application off the ground is everybody's favorite boilerplate, Create React App. Amazingly, Create React App actually has built-in opt-in support for TypeScript. So it's a page here, you can search for it, but if you actually use Create React App and you pass in the -- TypeScript command, it actually create a basic Create React app for you with TypeScript instead. And I've already done that. I already have in here my Create React app with TypeScript. You can see that I already have my tsconfig file that you already know about what that is because you've watched my previous videos that tell you what that is, right? We have our typical index.tsx file, our app.tsx file, and I have it rendering in the page. So we are already rocking with TypeScript. But let's actually write some of our own code. And today I'm going to actually make a new component together with you called accordion.tsx, one of my favorite go-to example components. To start things off, I'm going to export default class accordion, extends components using the magic of VS Code. It'll automatically import that for me, which is so very handy. And to start things off, I'm going to say accordion and just do that for now. Make sure I can actually see my changes live. I don't really need this. I'm going to actually just remove all these innards and just do accordion. Again, I gotta love that auto import. It is handy as all get out. And if I go back to here, I will see accordion. Lovely. So I have my accordion component working, but it's not really doing anything. And I'm going to actually start thinking about the prop interface to this component. And just like in our previous videos, we have props are essentially an object. And the way that you make an object is with an interface with TypeScript. So I'm going to say interface accordion props. And I'm going to have, I think, two props that I need to support. One is children, which is the actual content of the accordion. And for that, I'm going to use a built-in... To give you some background, React by itself doesn't provide any types for you. However, there is a open source project called TypeStrong, I believe, that, or you can check me on that one, I'm definitely going to be wrong on that one, that is a community sourced collection of types. So when I've used the Create React app with TypeScript, it actually installed that for me by default. In this package has all the types information I need for my React application, and as part of that, they actually provide some helpers. With VS Code, actually, you can jump right into here to actually see the exact type definition of what this is. This is the large file that defines all the types for React, but we're not going to read that because that's not what this video is about. I want to say that children can be any valid React node. So if I actually go back into here, I can see that it is a child, a fragment, a portal, a boolean, null, and undefined. Everything that you and I know to be valid React component leaves. I also want to have there be a preview. And for now, I just want this to be a string. Because I just want there to be like a preview string to be able to open the accordion and close it. So I'm actually going to have this be, and also need to have state. So interface, I'm going to say accordion state. And this is to control whether it's open or not. So open is going to be a boolean as well. So in the previous video, before this one, we talked about generics. And by default, we have React is itself using in the type definitions. I can see right here that we have the interface of component, which has two generic type variables, props and state. And this is what is being used internally to the component, P and S, which is what you usually have for any other React component. And because I have an extending component, I also need to tell its own type of information as well. And I do that just as I do with any other class by having in here accordion props and accordion state. And this is telling TypeScript that these are my type variables that I want to use with this React component. Now I can start to use these values. So I'm going to say if this state is open, I'm going to return a fragment, which is going to include both this props children. Then also I'm going to do a little break line and return a div that on click sets things back to not open. This set state open is false. I'm going to say this is close. Otherwise, what I'm going to return is kind of the same thing. I'm going to go like this. This time it's going to be the preview. So it's just going to be there. And this is going to say open to true. This is going to be open. Save that. Then I also need to instantiate my state right here. State is open is false. Great. That's working, and I'm happy. And if I go back to here and I refresh the page, things aren't working. I'm missing some things here from TypeScript. And actually, if I use VS Code and I go back into my app, I can see that I have this nice little error red squiggly line from VS Code. That's pretty much saying that I'm missing the following properties from my component, which is children and preview. So let's fix that. So I have my children. I can be like, let's do lorem ipsum. Oh my god, that is so many texts. And then also I can do command space to pull up the little cheat sheet of things I need to have. And here I can see the little props that I have. Just attribute. One is preview, which is a string. Awesome. I can say click me for fun. And I can save that. All red squigglies is gone. I go back to here. And I can do this. Look at that. I got that working. And what's even better is that if I want to actually make things a little bit more customized, let's say I want to actually have this be a just some random JSX. I can go in here and say, banana. However, this is valid. Like if I refresh, I got an error from TypeScript, and it's saying, type element is not assignable to type string, but I can actually change my contract and say that this also, preview could also just be a React node. Like that. Save that, go back here, and it's good. I am live refactoring and not having any issue. Now, this also works with functions as well, but this is a class. This is basically prop state. This is your contract, internally and externally. That's kind of the big deal about it. If you want, you can also do a plain old function component. So I could do, greeting. I can say just like this, that, h1, hello to you. And I can say that this should take a name, which is a string. And then, this is a name. So this is the destructured arguments. I actually want to have in here the type of the structured arguments, which is here, which is name. Hello to you, name, like that. Then here, above here, I can actually do greeting. And then again, if I close this, I'm going to be yelled at because I haven't provided the name of string. Name is missing. So I can do name is Harry. Sweet. Is that working? Great. If I want, actually, I can yank this out to its own interface. So I can have it be greeting props interface. Greeting props. And then just put that right there. Same old deal. So that is React with TypeScript. We're taking all our already gained TypeScript knowledge and applying it to React. Yeah, there's a few other types that are already built in, provided for us, but it gets us off the ground and able to type our code. As you get further into the trenches, like if you start using higher order components with React Redux or anything like that, things do get more complicated, but that is not going to be covered in this video because it is more complicated. But that is the brief introduction of React with TypeScript. Hopefully you are excited to start trying some React and TypeScript code. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts about that, what you've experienced in the past. And so glad that you are a subscriber. And be sure to tell your friends, all the people that you love, to know that their types are safe with you in their hands. Their React code is type safe. There will never be a bug in production forever, as long as we both shall live. And that is just how we're going to live our lives from now on. Safe and typed and all warm all over. I will see you again in the next video, and I look forward to that. Bye-bye.